You are 22, you released 3 albums, etc. What's your... How do you look at it now?
How do I look at
childhood and all that career that began when you were...
I mean, it's amazing to me when I think back and think about everything that I've done and how I started at such a young age. And but I feel very blessed. You know, I learned a lot. I've been doing this for 7 years now, so I totally feel like a veteran, even though I'm still very young. So it's really amazing, and I feel very, I'm happy, you know. I'm doing what I've always wanted to do. This is what I dreamed about doing when I was a little girl, and I'm doing it, so very happy.
Mm-hmm. What were your dreams as a little girl?
To be an entertainer. I wanted to sing, I wanted to act, I wanted to dance. From the moment I stepped foot on stage, at 6 years old, in the play Annie, I was like, this is what I want to do. I have to do this. I'm happy doing this. So I'm living it, and I'm very, very happy about it.
Mm-hmm. Did you have some, at that time, did you have some models, some people you
looked up to?
Wanted to be?
Yeah, I totally looked up to Sade. I thought she was absolutely amazing as far as music was concerned. Loved her style, her grace. She was just everything to me as far as a music artist was concerned. And I looked up to Barbara Streisand because she did it all. She was an amazing vocalist as well as an actress. And she realized her dream. She directed, she produced, she did it all and was successful at it. So I totally looked up to her as well.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember the first time your first memory about singing?
It would have to be the play. I was in first grade and I remember auditioning for it. I don't remember the song that I sang, but just that whole experience of being in the chorus, being an orphan, rehearsals, the whole nine, that's as far back as I can go. And I just remember how much fun I had and how it was just pure bliss, you know, every day after school going to rehearse for it and then being on the stage and the makeup and it's the whole nine. It was great.
When you were a child, what was the musical, let's say, vibe in the house? You remember the sounds you were
I liked the artists that my parents listened to. They listened to a lot of Stevie Wonder. They listened to Marvin Gaye, a lot of Johnny Mathis. My mother loved Johnny Mathis and Luther Vandross. I remember I used to go into the den and put on his albums and put on the headphones so I wouldn't disturb everyone else in the house and sing along with Luther. I knew all of his songs and all of his albums. So those were the people that I liked because of them. My mother sings as well, so we would sing together and sing those songs. And I remember singing Chances Are with her. That was a Johnny Mathis tune. And so those are the people that influenced me.
And at 11, you had a great experience singing with Gladys Knight on stage. Can you tell us the story?
Yeah, I remember she called my mother and asked would I like to perform with her. Well, she was doing 5 shows in Vegas at Bally's Hotel, and of course I was like, yes, definitely. You know, I had done a lot of performances at that point, and I felt it would really, really be a great learning experience for me. So we went out to Las Vegas, and I sang Home in the middle of her show. She brought me out, and then she came out with me, and we sang Believe in Yourself together. She taught me a lot. She taught me how to work stage, how to captivate an audience, and, you know, put emotion into a song, and to not be shook by being on stage, you know. And the first night I was on stage, in the middle of the stage, and I just sang straight up like a little broomstick, and then I just walked off, you know, no feeling, no emotion, and she told me, you can't do that, you have to reel an audience in. So it was a great experience for me.
So, as an artist, what's been your ambition as an artist since the beginning, and did it change through the years?
My ambition as an artist? I just want to be known as an entertainer, you know what I mean? I want to be looked at as an amazing performer, and it hasn't changed, and so far I'm realizing it and making it happen.
Did you have sometimes the sensation you were living like a fairy tale or something?
Definitely. I mean, you know, coming out so young at 15 and having success at that age, of course there were times when I felt like I was in a daze and I couldn't believe that this was happening. I'd worked so hard, you know. I'd been rejected, you know. I lost on Star Search. I went out for I auditioned with a lot of record companies that didn't think I had it. So to finally have that album and have that success, you know, I was like, wow, you know, I did it. So even to this day, there are times when I sit back and I'm like, wow, you know, I'm acting now. I'm really doing everything that I want to do. And it's an amazing feeling. So.
Mm-hmm. At that time, how did you explain that some record companies were rejecting the project?
How did I what? I'm sorry, what did you say?
How did you explain the fact that some record companies didn't...
The fact that, some people weren't sure and didn't really think I had what it took, of course it was painful. Rejection is painful, but, I felt deep in my heart and in my soul that I had it and that I would do it and that I could do it. And I honestly believed that no matter what anybody said. And I continued. I said, fine, you don't want me, somebody else will. And I will prove it. I will get out there and I will be a star. And I really meant it. And you have to have that frame of mind. You have to have that kind of confidence to make it in this industry or you won't make it. So I did it. And I'm very proud of the fact that I did.
How do you explain that nowadays, let's call the hip-hop R&B scene is the most selling scene on the planet now? It's
just very popular. That's what's winning right now. Kids love it, Mm-hmm. Rap and hip-hop, I think, will always be extremely popular. But that's how music is, The music goes through different phases, and it's always, it's ever-changing, and you never know what's going to be working at any given time, Right now, pop is hot, so you just never know. You just have to kind of roll with the punches and go with the times and still stay true to yourself. Regardless of whatever's going on in the industry, I'm going to stay true to my style and true to myself, but I'm going to try to cater to what the kids are liking and what they want. That's what's going on now.
Mm-hmm. But nowadays, is there a special flavor in the R&B that's made now that explains a special flavor in R&B or a special recipe that explains
There's no formula.
Success?
There's no formula in this business. There's no science to it. You never really know. When you put an album together, you do a video, you just have to hope that people like it. Audiences can be very fickle, and you never really can tell what someone's gonna like. You could do something totally to the left, and it's huge, or they could hate it. So there's no recipe or formula.
Mm-hmm. I was saying this, that there is a kind of a family of producers in the States who are very famous, like Babyface, Jimmy Wine, Timbaland, etc., Missy Elliott, all these people who are known now for making hits. So, to your opinion, can you explain that R&B is so strong now because there is a kind of family of people?
Well, I can talk about the family that I'm a part of, you know what I mean? But as far as everybody kind of has their own kind of family in the music industry, period, from hip-hop to R&B and everything. I can't say that everyone's connected. People know each other. People have collaborated with other people, but everybody kind of has, in a way, has their own sort of clique. So I can't say that's why it's so popular, if that's what the question is, but like I said, not like Babyface and Timbaland and all that, they all don't run in the same clique, but you know what I mean? They may collaborate on something, but I can't say that's why R&B or hip-hop is popular now.
Yeah, because it seems that every time now that Ronnie Jerkins, for instance, releases a single, it's a hit. Same thing for Missy Elliott, it's been the same thing for R. Kelly, for the first album, etc. So that's why I was asking the question.
Well, people like their music. The fans like their sound. Rodney Jerkins came with a different sound, and it hit for a minute. So that's. But I can't say the real reason why. It's just people like their music.
Why did it take 5 years
between albums? I took a break after 1 in a Million because I had been touring. I'd been promoting the album, and I needed a break to just relax and rejuvenate and prepare myself for the next album. And the break turned into a bit of a longer break than I anticipated. But things came up, the projects like Dr. Dolittle, and I wanted to do those things to keep myself visible and so that my fans wouldn't forget about me. But then Romeo Must Die came up, and that was a big chunk of my time taken out to do that film and then to do that soundtrack, and the years kind of passed quickly. So the first bit of the break was a conscious decision, and then it kind of just rollerballed into 5 years.
Do you sometimes think of the fact that there are many R&B singers on the scene that make success, and the fact that you were waiting, was it to prepare a very special album?
I definitely wanted to take my time in making this album and to put my best foot forward and put 110% into this for my fans. I aim to please them. I want, of course, please myself and make good music, but I aim to please them. So I wasn't mad at the fact that I had the time to do that and to go back over some of the songs that I'd done before I even did Romeo and fix them and tweak them. So I do feel that in the end it was great because I feel this is my best album. This is the best work that I've done so far. But when it comes to, like, you know, other people being out and other artists, and the fact I didn't have a studio album, I never think about that. I really honestly don't. My fans have been there for me. They've supported me throughout the years, and I think they'll always be there.
Mm. Yeah, we're thinking also about the evolution of the music, because in the last couple of years we've seen what they call two-step appearing and exploding. So you were thinking of things like that when you were in the studio recording?
Thinking of like what music was doing.
New fashions in R&B, or.
I don't let those things really influence me or influence my work. I mean, it's important to know what's going on and what's hot and what people are liking, but I never let that dictate what I'm going to do. You know, when it comes time for me to record, I totally shut myself off from what's going on in music, and I make my music. You know what I mean? I make what I think my fans are going to like. They know me. They expect a certain sound and a certain style, and they expect me to come with something different, and that's what I concentrate and focus on, and I hope that people feel it, but I never let whatever's going on influence that.
Mm. How would you sum up your style?
My style, I love, when I read an article, someone said Aaliyah's image and her style is street but sweet, and I love that because it is a bit hard-edged. It is street. It's very raw. Some of the tracks are very raw, so that someone like a DMX can get on the track and rap on it, and then I can come on the track and sing as well. And my voice is very sweet. It's very simple. It's sweet, airy sort of sound. So I think that's very fitting. It's street but sweet.
Mm-hmm. There is a track on the album. There are some rock guitars. Mm-hmm. Another one which is kind of Latino influence. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So I like to play with different.
Yeah, definitely. I want to give everybody a bit of something. You know, I want everyone to be able to listen to this album and enjoy it and find something for them. And I think this album definitely has that.
Mm-hmm. And we talk about you as an artist and as a woman. How do you see yourself on the scene today? And do you have a special goal to achieve as a woman?
The only goal I want to achieve is, like I said before, to be perceived as an entertainer. That's really all I'm trying to do, and to enjoy my work and make good music and make good films and, you know, do good videos. I see myself, I like to look at myself as a trendsetter, as an artist that's cutting edge, and just an all-around great performer.
And do you have dreams now of meeting some other singers or doing some duets?
I would love to, of course, meet Sade. If I could collaborate with her, that would be a dream come true. D'Angelo, we tried to collaborate for this particular album, and we just couldn't connect, me being gone in Australia and him touring and the whole nine, so that wasn't able to happen. But if we could collaborate in the future, I would like that.
Now we can talk about another dream come true, which is the movies. How came the first movie? I know it was a conscious dream.
Yeah, but how did that particular project come to happen? I went to Warner Brothers to meet on another project, and the head of Warner's, Lorenzo de Bonaventura, asked me what was I looking for in a character, what kind of film did I want, and I told him what I was looking for. I wanted a character that was similar to the Aaliyah that people knew, someone who was a bit tough, independent, and so forth and so on, and he told me about Romeo, and I was like, it's perfect. I knew Jet Li. I was like, it would be great, you know, for my first vehicle, and I met with Joel Silver after that, did a screen test, and that's how I got that part.
And I was told you had no people doing the fight.
No, that was all me. I made sure that I was like, look, I really, really want to do my own stunts. I want to get in the harness. I want to flip around. Please let me do it. And they were like, sure, you go ahead and train and you go and do it. And it was a lot of fun. I was looking forward to that scene. It was one of the last scenes we shot. I had a ball doing that.
How do you, in general, how do you choose the characters and the roles?
Well, the first one was based on what I told you before. I didn't want, making that transition, I didn't want my fans to be shocked, like, okay, what is she doing? I felt they could ride with me on that choice. With the Kasha, I wanted that one because it was so different from Romeo. There's some action in Queen of the Damned, but she's a fantastical character, this evil vampire queen, and it was a challenging role, and I felt as an actress it would be good for me to go after that type of character. The Matrix, I mean, it's the Matrix. I wanted to be a part of the Matrix. It's the Star Wars of our time, and that's why I went after that one. And from here on out, I would love to just try a myriad of roles. You know, I want to show my versatility as an actress. I want to try dramas, independent films, romantic comedies, what have you. So you'll be seeing a lot from me in the future as an actress.
But do you feel close to this new character, Kesha, Queen of the Dame? You said she's a kind of vampire. And
She's amazing. She's this evil, but yet regal, powerful, manipulative queen. And I definitely had to dig deep within myself to pull out all her different sides. And I had a good time doing it. It was a hell of a challenge. I rehearsed for a month in New York, another month in Australia, and then we shot for another 3, and it was really a great experience for me.
I saw some photographs on Warner Bros. Site, the makeup and stuff.
Thank you.
How many hours of makeup? I mean, it's been quite...
The makeup every day wasn't that bad, actually. It would be about an hour or so, you know. But there were a few scenes where I had to do prosthetics. And I don't want to tell you what it is, you know. I don't want to give anything away, but there was I had 4 hours of makeup 2 times. That was a bit difficult to deal with, but I mean, it was for the special effects, and it's going to be totally amazing. But so yeah, we went through a lot for this film.
How do you play with the 2 careers, acting and singing? Because I saw for the last album you were doing some stuff in different places in the States, but you were filming in Australia. So how do you?
Well, it seems double the workload, you know, having 2 careers. And yeah, I was shooting Queen of the Dam, and I was doing the album at the same time, so I would shoot in the day, go in the studio at the night, and vice versa. So it's, you know, it's extra work, but I totally can handle it. I love it. The people that surround me, from my publicist to my record company to the studios, they're all very understanding, and everyone works hand in hand. So right now we're just trying to juggle it as best we can. We don't really try to schedule it too much, just kind of go with the flow and let it work itself out.
What's the difference? Is there a difference in your approach of the 2 careers? When you are about to act and when you're about to sing, there are different sensations or different approaches?
Well, yeah, the approach is totally different. I mean, when I'm singing, I'm still Aaliyah. When I'm acting, I'm a totally different person. So there's time that needs to be taken to go into being this other personality, being this other person. I need my time to myself to kind of, you know, switch and become that person. Whereas with music, you know, it's a little bit different. I still need my time to meditate and kind of get into a mode where I can release my emotions and really put my all into a song. But it's not as intricate as becoming somebody else. So I definitely have to approach the 2 differently.
You think the one career can feed the other or help the other?
Well, definitely. I think, you know, one goes hand in hand, you know. Definitely my celebrity helped me get noticed for Romeo, you know, and so I'm thankful for that. But one hand washes the other.
And so Matrix, I know it's secret now. Can't tell.
Unfortunately,
tell
no.
us anything, but there are 3 Matrix, in fact.
Yeah, we're doing 2 and 3.
And do you have already other dreams of playing? You said independent films or dramas.
Oh yeah,
Is
definitely.
there a classic role you would like to?
I can't really say there's like a specific role that I'm looking for. I just, whatever comes my way, I'm going to go after it. It just has to happen. It has to just pop up. But there's nothing in particular that I'm looking for right now.
You have the sensation that nowadays it's becoming usual for female singers to become actors, or for female actors to become singers. I think of Jennifer Lopez. She was first an actor.
And now she's
became
going
a singer. Mariah Carey.
And you have a lot of people, you know.
How do you explain the fact?
Well, you know, you have a lot of people that are multi-talented, and they're, you know, now that people are trying their hand at other things, and I think it's really cool. As I told you before, my reason for it was always part of my plan. It was how I was raised, it was how I was trained. I can't say, you know, what the reasons were for doing it, but if you've got the talent to do it all, why not go for it? So I think it's cool.
We need to just finish it up, please.
Okay, last question. What's the director you would really like to do a movie with?
Oh, wow. I would love to work with Ridley Scott.
Mm.
I like his work. I like his work is beautiful.
Which one?
Gladiator. Wow, that was absolutely amazing. So I would love to work with him. I think he's an amazing director.
You see yourself fighting an alien?
I see myself doing so many things. I think I can do anything. I could totally be fighting an alien, or fighting guys like in Gladiator. So, yeah, I'd like to go for it.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.